typical London Underground experience, to be fair, just sitting next to someone is like...
It's like, but I got
absolutely disgusting.
I'm not getting up. I don't normally get a seat. I'm not going to stand.
It's just politeness, you know? Yeah. Just wouldn't want to be rude. Wouldn't want to make him self-conscious or anything.
Yeah. Okay, well, Marcy at least will be spared from having another corpse on the battlefield, as Pudge is going to get banned. So same kind of line for entities so far. Nothing really needing to be changed up.
It is interesting how many Leshrac players we actually have, though. Like, over the past few days, the amount of Leshracs we've seen coming out, and, you know, this hero isn't usually this meta. Like, this is unusual, I'd say. We're seeing so much of it, and, like, there's so many Leshrac. Like, I mean, Entity, you know, they've got 2 Lesh players. Storm is a great Lesh, Pure's a great Lesh, you know, and we've seen level 30 Leshes all over the place as well. Like, people love this hero.
Yeah, he's actually the most picked currently, I think.
Wow.
So yeah, certainly seeing a lot of play. Like you said, people can pick it relatively early, and it's got some flex value. And it doesn't really feel like we've seen too many things like absolutely dumpster it. I think that's the other thing where I'm yet to see like a mid lane matchup where the Lesh is completely bodied, and that's super valuable to have. And even if you do get bodied, you know, even if there are some matchups, maybe something like Alina is tricky, though we haven't seen that hero that much. You still farm real fast, so you've kind of got that catch up aspect no matter what. And it does seem a little bit like they buffed all the spell lifesteal items, and this is the only hero that uses them. So Valve, in trying to force the like, oh yeah, these items that we added are cool. Here's this new Bloodstone. It feels a little bit like E-Blade used to be on Morph, right? It was like, there's this hero item combination that no other hero can exploit in the same way. So we'll see if that lasts, but I want to see if Thunder Awaken have answers to the Leshrac this time around.
Yep, everybody been bringing their own flavor to it. There's not many heroes which seem to be like super reliable counter to it, but ooh, Entity.
Oh wait! Is this?
Oh, don't do it to me.
Is it?
Don't say it.
Is it?
Don't say it.
Is it? Look at their reactions. There's like everybody's. We're looking at Stormstormer.
Lips. Storm, what you saying, bro?
Mid A, mid A, mid A.
Smiling.
We'll see.
He's grinning. He's looking mischievous. He's looking like a cheeky chappy.
Yeah.
He's saying, maybe
flex it. Maybe see what the pick is. See what Dark Mago takes. If you look at his Dota profile as well, he's actually got the AA taunt featured as one of his 3 items. I was hovering over people. So yeah, we're excited because he has played it in pubs. The build is kind of weird. You max Chilling Touch. You get when I saw him playing it, he got stats.
Yeah, almost every game he does that. He gets stats. Occasionally he'll get like a point in, if his ward gets destroyed, he'll get a point in W, just to give him a bit of high ground vision. But yeah, I've literally watched like 2 or 3 of his replays now in first person perspective the entire time.
Anyway, we're baiting everybody anyway. It's
I still don't think it's going to happen this early on in the draft. Like Thunder Awaken already have a bit of catch. All they need is like one more hero to get on top of it. But that's not one of them. Not yet.
No, and so now looking like maybe Marcy Core, Marcy 3. Maybe we were asking about like, oh, what's Sacred going to play? Maybe this is the answer. Already. Yeah, it might be Marcy or Undying as the 3. So okay, I'm kind of down with that. I still like in general, Thunder Awaken still sticking to kind of their strats. Lots of burst damage this game.
Yeah, my goodness.
Oh my god.
This is their answer to the Leshrac, isn't it? Just try and burst him down. It's about the only thing you can do, but when he gets that BKB, there's really not much to deal with him here.
Yeah, burst, and I guess not having too many heroes that are needing to clump up in the fights. Hoodwink's going to play back. Zeus is going to play back.
Yeah, true.
Not clear what Pakaz is going to be playing just yet, and we've seen the Drow already banned out.
Any of these, I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah. So Entity, I think, do still need some kind of gap close here, especially if it's going to be AA mid. God, they're gonna
Stop it.
Okay, I'll stop talking
Stop
about
toying with me.
Playing with your emotions. Give it to us. Come on. Okay, what else is there for Stormstormer? There's still an Invoker. They
I
could
see why they shouldn't arc.
I was just about to say, I was like, could they just Arc Warden again? Like,
good.
doesn't seem like a great matchup for Zeus.
Hero's the one talking here, so they might be asking him what his preferred carry is at the moment. Whether that's going to be the next pick or whether they're just setting up for it, hard to say.
Yeah, we are kind of ignoring could just be Lesh mid AA5, and then Entity are just picking a 3 and a 1 here to close out the draft. I guess that comes down to what are you willing to play into the Marcy, especially if you're the Marcy Hoodwink, especially if you're playing with AA, who's a relatively weak laning support. And Entity, it's like, you twisted our arm. Well, the dream is dead, Nomad. I'm sad.
We can keep trying. We can keep trying, but
we believed.
Not today.
We had hope, and now it's gone. Now we just have to watch another Arc Warden game. I don't like this hero. I'm gonna come out and say it. I just
so brave.
Yeah, actually, it's probably not it's a pretty conventional opinion.
What a hot take.
Yeah.
Why did you say something so brave and so controversial?
All right, buddy. Okay, so that does probably mean it's just going to be your Lush one. They are giving Toby the last pick of the draft, and that's the read from Thunder as well, as they're getting rid of some offlane stuff here.
I would have hated Lycan. I want to see him brawling this time around. I want to see him something which can get in their faces, can mess them up real good. Give me a. I don't want to say Mars, but I will say Mars.
Yeah, kind of tricky. I guess the Undying is putting some pressure on your hero pool here for Toby. So like, I don't know if we're gonna see a Brew or whatever else. Anti-mage.
I love how there's still some hopium in the chat as well. Some guys like, it's not too late for safe lane arc. Buddy, the dream's dead. The dream's dead.
It could be support Leshrac. It could still be AA mid.
Really coping hard.
Yeah, don't worry, buddy. I'm right there with you. I still want to see it at least once. Maybe if Entity are secured upper bracket or something, we can convince Stormstormer to play the AA mid. But
do we have them again? I don't know if we have them.
I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna have to be
very sad.
We've got 2 of their games, right? We got Secret versus Entity tomorrow.
All right, nice. That's when we'll see it.
Yeah. Okay. That's
perfect.
We'll
save it for then.
Yeah. Bring it out in the most important moment. Void ban. Okay. So what would that be against? I don't know what this Toby hero is going to be. What's the because hero? You want something that can get on top of the Arc Warden.
I think we might see a bat.
Luna.
For Entity. Luna going to come out for Thunder Awaken, so they're finding the pace here. This is what they want to do. Control the game. Run them over.
They certainly can play very fast with this lineup, which is a little bit of potentially a weakness for Entity. They are not the best against a group up. Like they're more looking to play similar to they did in the previous game with the Arc Warden TPing around, Nyx Assassin scouting ganks, throw an Ice Blast, like play the entire map, and there you go. So is it Lesh 3? No. Naga 3.
Offlane Naga Siren. ¿Qué? No comprende.
Yeah, no sé.
No, okay, no answers here. All right, we don't know what this is. This is a bit of a curveball coming out from Entity here as they pick up Tohobi Naga Siren in the offlane, completely unexpected. Okay. So I don't even think it lanes particularly well into Luna, so that's another confusing aspect for me. But
yeah, I mean, I kind of see him like sending all of the illusions on the Undying and making life a little bit sad for him. The one way that I'm like conceptualizing this is thinking about it as a slightly buffed up version of the Sammy Naga from the LCQs, where like even if this hero isn't necessarily the one getting big farm and buying carry items, it still does a lot of what we saw from him in the previous game with the spiders and the scouting and the lane cutting. And I think Entity are just playing to like completely split up the map and just buy time, let the Arc Warden hit his critical timing. So I think that's the idea. We'll see if it works. I mean, they are picking the Naga into some pretty decent lane shove. Like I think Dark Mago should be able to handle keeping these lanes on lockdown so long as he isn't dying to the Nyx Assassin too much. So we'll see. They can kill the Tombstone as well, right? They can song and kill the Tombstone.
Yes. They did play this actually into Beast Coast yesterday.
Did they win?
This isn't the first offlane Naga they've done. They didn't. They lost. But they had actually had a very, very good game on... Oh, no, she didn't have a very good game. She had a terrible game, 1-7. Went for the Meteor Hammer. So...
Okay.
Very interesting idea. Very interesting stuff. Entity flipping the script somehow in this game number 2. Let's get into it as Thunder Awakens face up versus Entity once again here at the TI11 group stages. Can they even things out, or is it going to be a nice clean 2-0 for the side of Entity?
These drafts have been so interesting. Neither team has that much team fight here. I guess it's like Song into Nyx stun with some Lesh stuns on the one side, and Thunder. They've got some reasonably big buttons with Thunder God's Wrath and Eclipse, Tombstone, but
yeah, sure.
Not the overwhelming team fight that we were seeing in some of the LCQ games where it was like, Tide on one side, Enigma on the other side, Chronosphere, like all this other stuff.
Yeah, nothing insane. But, I mean, you're right, that song does give you the good reset, gives you the ability to go and kill that Tombstone, and can get you out of some sticky situations if needed.
How many spark rates can you get down in the song duration? I guess it's only 2 sets. It's a 4-second cooldown, and it's a 7-second song duration.
Well, that's 4 spark rates with the Aghanims. That's going to be quite a lot to play into, but Thunder going to push forward and try and fight for the bounty here, but Toby actually denying one with that mirror image, so looks like it's going to be 2 for 1 on the bounty runes.
Yeah, pretty nice. They got some damage onto Sacred at the start here as well, and they are going to... Okay, so they're going to stick the Ancient Apparition in the Undying lane, so not giving them double melee against Undying, and they're going to have... We've been seeing this a lot from pretty much every team here in the groups. Just swapping the support lanes whatever way they feel is the best way to set it up.
And now we have the action camera. All 3 lanes at once. Oh my god, so much information to take in. Your eyes better be working independently of each other to see all the stuff that's happening right now.
All we need is the action camera on all 5 streams at once. You can watch 15 lanes and try and absorb everything that's happening.
That is the only way to play Dota, actually. That's the only way to watch Dota. That's what I want. That's what we should make stream A.
You just have to enter a trance and just absorb everything that's happening.
Your eyes just fading out, absorbing everything at once. Maximum apertures. Matthew getting beaten down up here in the top lane. Katomi trying to chase him down, but won't be able to do so. Early days, only 1 spell. And that Impale is on CD.
Yeah, the double stun is a little spooky up here. So this lane should be pretty high action. And Naga not doing great down bottom so far, needs to be said. They are waiting for the wave to push. There's triple range creep currently, so all of his farm is waiting to come in.
All right, Toby. Last hit check. Oh, nailed it. Number 1. Gotten. Hup. Oh, missed it. Missed a range creep. Oh, denied. Come on. Come on, Toby. Yeah, nice. Gets another one. Oh, there's another one. He gets 4. Come on, make it 5. Nice, beautifully done. Beautifully done. Oh, stunned out though. Doesn't get the next range creep. Very hype though. 6 last hits on Toby. Love to see it. Perfect play by playcasting by me.
Give this man a raise. Ooh. All right, very nice from Katomi at top. He eats the tree so that they can't get the bushwhack. Yeah, that's what that tip is about. Very nice.
Indeed. And yeah, it's going to be Zeus versus our coordinate mid. I feel like it's a pretty tradey lane. I don't think either of these is going to get too aggressive. And then maybe Zeus can get a bit of an advantage with the magic damage later on, but I don't think the our coordinate's particularly going to care.
Yeah, I think the first few waves are okay, but I don't know what the Zeus does once Arc gets like level 6, level 7. What you do once you get 2 fluxes thrown on you. It's not like you're going to man up to him at that point. Maybe you got to just rely on a support TPing in. Maybe you can try and get some kind of a turnaround.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of damage. Top lane, Matthew going to be able to grab the bounty rune with the bushwhack there. Tombstone being thrown down at bottom, and Toby being forced off the lane once again. Really not being able to contest this Undying. It's a bit of an issue.
Yeah, that's just this hero in a nutshell. Pretty impossible to lane against. You just have to get what you can. At least he doesn't deny experience from you. So even if you're not getting the CS, you're still getting the bulk of the XP. And Fishman just sitting off on the side here, sniping couriers the entire time. Pretty happy with that.
Yeah, Toby getting very aggressive on Packers here. Yeah, not doing bad. All right, a little bit of a trading going Entity's way. I'm starting to having my faith in this Naga offlane restored a little bit. Oh, nice last hit from Fishman. Important last hit from Fishman there onto the banner creep, actually. Would have been bad if they didn't get that one.
Yep, pretty nice. Just going to be a water rune apiece at mid. Nothing too shocking there. I do think the Thunder offlane would like to be putting a little bit more pressure on, given the lane that they've got. But as we said, it's just kind of tricky with the Nyx Assassin. Can't really go on him, and if you try and go on Pure, Kadomi's going to kind of bail him out. So...
yeah, just a lot of trading up here at top. Not really any big commitment. Oh, big commitment on the top lane, but immediately Sacred just comes bouncing in with the rebound. So that's why. A very annoying offlane hero in Sacred to just stop them being able to get anything done.
And seeing something we hadn't necessarily talked about, or I hadn't considered about the bottom lane, but Toby with the point in the ensnare can actually guarantee the cold feet from the Ancient Apparition. So pretty annoying for Bekazdan here. Just keeps happening.
Yeah, they're going for it again here as well with the Chilling Touch coming out as well. Let's see if they've got the damage. Toby needs a little bit more. He does have the mirror image.
Right.
Doesn't even need to use it though. It's going to be Fast Blood going to Toby down at bottom. Looking for Panda as well, but under the tower, Panda will be safe. But wow, the offlane Naga getting it done is up at top as well. Matthew getting a little bit low, but they'll turn it around onto the Nyx Assassin instead. And man, that Aegon shot doing a ton of damage with the sidekick coming through as well. Entity need to back themselves away, but they won't be falling to this one.
Do have to be a little careful. It's very low cooldowns for Thunder up here.
Oh, and they weren't careful enough. They're able to get him. Beautifully called by base skip.
Bekaz is back at bottom, and he's just getting gone on again.
Oh no, wait. Is he just going to die again? I don't think he's got a way out of this. Toby, Fishman, chasing him around the trees. There is a Hoodwink coming on through, and they will keep the Luna alive. But only narrowly. My goodness, that is not the start Bekaz was hoping for.
Yeah, so they get a salve, and they're going to try and keep Bekaz from him. He's not really ready to head into the jungle just yet, so... kind of need to just sit the supports down here for a little bit and try and let him grab a couple more levels. It's not bode super well for Thunder, especially having to TP Matthew down bottom. He doesn't really want to be there currently.
Yeah. Pakaz, I don't know, it's you can kind of go jungle, but I feel like you want at least 2 points in Moonglaives and preferably 3 in Luna, but 2-2 is okay. You just struggle with the health being a ranged hero and all, and not having the range to stay away like someone like TA has or something.
Yeah, and just like your support doesn't have a stun to really protect you either, so Pandabu's doing his best, but it's tricky.
Meanwhile, in the middle lane, Stormstormer is farming. That's all that's happening here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Midas flying out to him as we speak. Very, very nice timing on that one.
Yeah, continues to just be bit of a farm fest there. One tricky thing for Thunder is that they don't really have a hero that they're comfortable to come and sit against this Naga at bottom. I guess they could send the Zeus, but I don't think that's how Dark Mago really wants to be spending his time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, with a couple of levels, Pakas is going to be fine mostly. Like, I think he can just turn around and hit the illusions and kill them off. But always the threat of the net plus the cold feet. As they're going aggressive here on Thunder. They want to get a bit of revenge, and they might just find it. Damago rotating on round here. Lightning bolts out onto Fishman. Bursthill coming through though. It's going to be okay for the time being. The Thunder Gods won't be enough to finish the job, but now Stormstormer coming in with the illusion, trying to help out with this as well. Toby doesn't really have enough health to get involved, so Stormstormer's clone is just being chased off. Damago even coming under the tower for this one. He wants that money, but he's not going to find it.
Painful rotation for Dark Mago. I mean, helped a little bit by the fact that he's got the Arcane Runes, so maybe doesn't hurt quite as much using the Thunder God's Wrath and not getting a kill, but they are swapping it up now. Okay, so they are sending the Zeus down bottom to hold off against the Naga, and Pakas is just going to go take over mid and presumably go hit some Ancients when he's ready for that.
Yeah, the only threat is if they are able to close the gap onto that Zeus, then he's going to die very, very quickly. He's actually TP base.
Yeah.
Alright, so no one will be left to defend this tower. At least for now.
Yeah, he's beelining it back bottom, so they don't want to give this up for free. They're not really in a position to take top just yet, so need to try and hold on to this for as long as possible. Though he may just end up dying to the Meteor Hammer. It's a little ways away for Toby, but definitely something to be worried about.
It is, yeah. We'll see how good his timing is with the Song of the Siren. Of course, no longer a freebie. You got to time it. You got to be an expert.
Isn't there some nonsense you can do with like,
thing.
Yeah, with your like treads and stuff? Oh, huge stun of mid.
That's a 3-man, yeah, coming through as Pakas frozen solid, but the Tempest double is the thing that's going to get taken down. Fishman trying to run himself away, fighting up into the zombies. Needs to get rid of them, but won't be able to do so. Sacred still chasing, rebound across, another kill for the Marcy. Offlane Marcy coming in big in the middle lane. Oh dear.
Dark Mago giving Toby the zaps down here, almost brings him down.
Yeah, might just have him bottle. Oh, it's not enough mana for the lightning bolt. Toby gets away with it. Oh, very, very close there. But still, Dark Mago coming back and claiming the lane for himself. And disaster at the mid lane, honestly, for Entity. They lose their Arc Warden, who's farming so damn well.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. Didn't lose any Midas efficiency, but still, that's very painful. And very nice rotation from Sacred. We said that he was the question mark, and so far looking good on this offlane Marcy. Doesn't need to do anything too flashy. You're just gonna farm into a BKB, try and get in on top of the Leshrac and the Arc Warden, and just tear them to shreds. Pretty simple game plan.
Yep. Nothing too advanced coming out. Just play Marcy lol. That's it.
Yep. Just press R. Ooh. Dark Mago, gotta be kind of careful. There are some TPs available to come and help you, and you do have to be somewhat cautious of the dive. They don't have a point in the song just yet. Toby just maxing out the mirror image so far. Get a little bit more farm acceleration going.
Yeah, meanwhile, a lot of heroes turning up to the middle lane on the side of Thunder. Looking like they want to maybe pressure with this catapult, but I don't see how they can do that with all their creep wave being done. No, not going to be the case. Just rocking up, showing up in the middle lane. Kotomi now hitting 6 on the next assassin. Going to go for a little roam around with the Vendetta. See if he can catch anybody out here. And he's going to be able to pop this smoke and see Sacred and Matthew heading over. In fact, going to go for Matthew here with a Spark Wraith connecting. Beautifully done by Kotomi. The punish there is very nice. No, that was just cute.
Maybe they thought that their smoke broke on Pure instead, so they were looking for him, but Dark Mago, kind of an awkward spot at mid.
Of death here. He's just dead. Oh my god, the damage from Stormstorm Spark Wraiths, absolutely ridiculous. An A blast just for good measure. As Fishman comes in around the back, Pandamu under the tower here. Gonna get spiked Carapace, but no real follow-up. Matthew in the neighborhood as well. Drops down the Observer. That's gonna give him a 2-man stun. But Fishman, he's just taking it to the face right now. Look at this chat. Here's eventually gonna fall Entity. Not really much they could do about that.
I think the vision's on the high ground, but not the case. The map does get constricted a little bit by Toby, and Thunder are going to have to go and take out this top tower and just open the map again for themselves. Pinging on mid, maybe they want to just try and go for that instead. It's a little easier for the cause to come and contribute to, potentially.
Toby down at bottom does have the Meteor Hammer.
Here we go.
Gotta go for it. Song comes out. Toby, how good is your timing? Whoop. Nailed it.
Yeah,
absolutely perfect. Not a chance in hell. Zeus could do anything about that. He gets hammered down in the bottom lane. Dartma go out for the count. Matthew trying to get a bit of revenge with the pushback, but doesn't really have the numbers to do anything about it. Sacred also TP's in, but he's super low on HP, so that's a little bit of an awkward one.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Really painful for Thunder to make that play, rotating everybody bottom and not be pressuring anywhere else on the map. So just getting all their lanes shoved in towards them and not having a huge amount of space to farm. So Fishman gets the D ward on the high ground, but that's not the ward that killed him.
Yeah.
But
he's like, haha, I did it.
Yeah, it's still a very nice D ward to have. And
True.
Entity exerting a whole lot of control over the Radiant jungle. And again, Entity just kind of getting away with this Arc Warden kind of doing the Nature's Prophet move of taking the farm that you otherwise wouldn't necessarily be taking. Entity are making the map look enormous for themselves with all three cores farming.
Yeah. Pakas was able to come and take this big stack that was made for him. As in the middle lane, we got a 5 breaking out. The Ice Blast got to connect here onto Sacred. Sacred gets brought down and Pure surviving through it for now as he moves himself away. Dartma go though, chasing from the high ground. Zeus being very, very annoying. Just trying to bring down Fishman. And Fishman, he's got to keep his distance in the mid. Both Matthew and Panamu getting very, very low, but the Spark Race won't connect, therefore they won't get the kills.
And Entity just bringing the numbers. Nice turnaround from the supports. And thwarting Thunder once again with these, they try and make these run-at-you plays with 4 heroes, and Entity showing that they're more than willing to just bring all 5 if that's going to be the case. And they get back to farm stations so quickly. It's really cool to watch. Just everybody divvying up the map.
Feels like Thunder come at them with a knife and then Entity just respond with like an RPG every time. They are more than happy to just overcommit every single time because, again, same as last game, they are just more than happy to kind of play the slower game. They're happy to just kind of allow the network advantage to slowly fall into their favor.
Yeah, it's kind of 4 protect 1 versus Entity just playing the full tricore. And
2 protect 3.
yeah, we'll just have to see if Pekaz can carry this one out. The Zeus, of course, is also going to scale, but the game is a little tricky for Dark Mago, especially against the Nyx Assassin, and Arc Warden's going to be blinking on top of you and all this chicanery. So let's just have to see what he can do. What's even the next timing? I guess BKB on the Marcy. They really got to get one of these tier 1 towers down somewhere.
They have to open on this map.
Yeah, otherwise the Network League's just going to keep doing exactly what it did in the previous game, where it's like more than 1k or more advantage per minute because Entity are just absorbing all of the farm on their side, and they're controlling 60%, 65% of the map constantly.
I almost feel like Thunder baited themselves a little bit in that regard because they weren't able to kind of put together a draft that can fight as well as they would like, and they also don't have a draft that can. Oh, never mind. Katomi just gets blown up as he dares to come to the high ground.
Yeah,
but yeah, they also can't quite
farm
as well as Entity can.
Yeah, it could be that the success that we saw them have on day 1. The more I think about it, the more the Dawnbreaker looks like a pretty instrumental puzzle piece because it gives them the ability to have this kind of constant map pressure and still do what they're doing currently, where they've got 4 heroes turning up to every single gank, but somebody can still be farming, right? The Dawn is still exerting some lane pressure, shoving things out, and not really the case here with what they've got. They've got some global presence with the Zeus, but it's not the same.
Yeah, agreed.
I'll just have to see if this BKB on Sacred can start to turn the tides. he should be able to kill whoever he gets on top of once he's got that. You know, at mid we saw he got on top of Pierre, he got off a couple of punches, and then he just got chain stunned. Will not be the case once that BKB gets picked up.
Yeah, that's a huge timing for them. I think that's the timing they fight behind. And because of Vanbrace, but send it back to base. I guess they want it on the Luna. So a little bit surprised. It would have been very, very good for that magic resist on Marcy, but they'll keep hold of it for the time being.
He's got a BKB. He'll be okay.
It'll be okay.
Toby with a little bit of a fake out on Bakaz here.
They're playing around here, but in comes the Eclipse, and they're more than happy just kind of back themselves away. Song comes out, Toby TPing himself to safety. Fishman won't quite be so lucky as they're still able to bring him down inside the Song, but...
I love the sharpshooter. It's like Matthew can't control it, but it's gonna go off eventually. That was great.
Might have wanted to choose a different place to TP there. But
So
Hoodwink had to leave.
Hoodwink is fully asleep, and yet it's just
Shoots him in his sleep.
Yeah, she's still winding it up. Oh, Dark Mago, no trouble for him at mid.
The issue is that Nagasaran started channeling the TP, and you know the AA knows that the moment the TP finishes, he's going to be left alone.
Yeah,
he has to just TP as soon as possible.
Please let me TP first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hilarious.
Well. So Force is pretty big reaction because he even pressed the Eclipse just to try and kill the illusions and make sure that he survived. Oh no, the Ice Blast is coming mid. They hit him with the Nyx Assassin.
Is he dead? Press 1 if you think he's dead. Press 2 if he's gonna live.
He's fine. He's fine.
Congrats, 2 presses. You earned yourself a feeling of pride and accomplishment.
5 battle points. Don't ask me how you redeem them.
Go to Twitter.
Oh no, please. Oh god.
Go to his DMs.
Okay, we've got Bloodstone and BKB picked up for Pure, so he is very strong and looking to get involved with his team. Also a BKB picked up for Bakaz, so Thunder looking for a similar play.
Yeah. I mean, they don't have the Eclipse, so on that aspect, I'm a little bit worried for Thunder. It's not. I know it's not the most important spell, but still, would be nice to have it, you know?
Yeah, I think they just want to find Stormer, but this man is never showing on the map. He's just off farming the safest jungle camps possible.
Oh yeah, gets himself the Arcane Rune, immediately gets taken down and gives a bunch of gold towards the Luna? Or maybe the Zeus, I didn't quite see.
Well, poking, prodding, but Entity's still just the ones farming more of the map. Toby is in the enemy Ancients currently, just taking full control here, keeping top lane shoved all the way in. And Thunder, I don't know what you do to break out of this one. Just like Entity just reading every rotation, continuing to have some nice and somewhat obscure wards down. You got to kind of do this against the Zeus, right? You can't can't just put everything up on the high grounds. Yeah.
Put a ward in some trees. Put a ward on a cliff you wouldn't use. Put a ward in some steps. Get crazy with it. Well, Thunder, again, kind of things getting a little bit boring, which is not what they want. They want to fight. And again, 8k gold advantage now sitting for the side of Entity, so... Yeah.
Well, for anybody who thinks there's kind of only one way to play Dota at the moment, I think Entity are showing that is certainly not the case. This is a split push lineup, or a split push game plan through and through, and it's working beautifully.
Yep, 94% win rate. Gaimin likes it. We like it. It's definitely tickling everyone's pickle at the moment. Tickling Thunder's pickle, but in a different way. But Sacred's unleashing onto the mid lane. He wants to try and take down Pure, but Pure manages to get off the BKB. Bloodstone coming out as well. Sacred still chasing him, will run him down. The unleash is enough damage, and now A Blast coming on through. They're going to try and get their revenge onto the Marcy, but in comes a Luna, throwing down the Eclipse. Toby getting low, trying to get away. Bushwhack connects, the kill is there. Matthew gets him down, and I'll move across towards Fisherman as well. It's another kill going the way of Thunder. And now they look towards Rashad. Thunder, have they just got themselves back into this game?
Yeah, Pure thought he was way stronger than he turned out to be. Konomi tried to bail him out by blinking on top. the Hoodwink ult, but even with that, Sacred tore him a new one that fight, and losing 3 for nothing. That's a very, very quick rush for Thunder.
Yeah, 6% my ass. Jesus.
All right. Who are they giving this to? Aegis on the Zeus. Okay.
Ooh, okay. I mean, I guess there's always a possibility of them just dropping the song and the hammer onto Darbrigo, but
yeah, because
know,
at least has the BKB, so
yeah. But I still want that battering ram, you know.
Yeah, I see it, but I don't think they can win a fight if Zeus dies without getting any damage off. I think that's the problem. Like, sure, Pikaz is doing quite a bit, but I think you have to think about it kind of like Storm a bit as well, right? It's like dump all your mana, Dark Mago goes in, maybe he dies, come back, more mana. Though you can, unlike Storm, you're probably much more likely to die twice, but hopefully your team is there to back you up. Because at top is an Ice Blast coming his way. Stormstormer moving over. Ice Blast now on the mark. Pretend you didn't throw it.
Cosmetic Ice Blast, but Pikaz getting very low here. Stormstormer might just be able to finish him off with the Tempest Double. Needs a bit more damage, and Pikaz going to be able to heal up from that, so won't be dropping. If anything, the Ice Blast connected, but alas, wasn't to be. Now, real Stormstormer's getting involved in mid. I mean, got to be careful. This Zeus does a crap ton of damage if you get too close to him with that shard, so got to respect it. And Fishman is doing quite the opposite of that. A gunshot. Ooh, sharpshooter as well. Bring him down to about 15 HP there on Fishman. As over on the back line of the fight, they've almost caught out Matthew. Entity, they'll get something. They'll move over towards the Zeus as well. Aegis going to get dropped here by the Spark Wraith. Toby,
he doesn't
time to
have
time up
jump.
the hammer. Oh, he's not doing it. He doesn't even need to.
Yeah,
The rest of the team just going to deal with the Zeus. Nice Aegis, bro. They'll take him down. Entity striking back hard.
Well, that was a pretty major mess up for Thunder there, and it looks like we're potentially right back to the status quo, which is just Entity shoving all 3 lanes and absorbing farm. So I suppose the question might just be, can the Luna more or less 1v5 in the late game? I think his matchups look okay, but like the Ags on the Naga is going to be annoying.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, Pikaz needs to get, like, find some solo kills or just do something to get himself, like, really far ahead. Then maybe, but if that doesn't happen, then I don't think so.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah.
Like, the sidekick buff is really nice. It means you'd have to go Satanic, because you basically have one already, but it's going to be extremely difficult, especially with the amount of kiting available on the side of Entity. They can Song, they can Tempest Double, they can force stuff, they can do all sorts to just get themselves away.
Yeah, I wonder what you even build. Like you said, you know, Satanic is okay. I don't think you need to butterfly this game. It's not like it's a right-click Arc Warden, right? He's mostly just playing for spell damage. So a couple more items, and maybe you even consider just going back for like an Ags refresher, just to have 2 big ultis, 2 BKBs. I think the stuns and the magical damage from Entity are really going to be the problem this game.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And
Yeah.
the net, I think do we have the reel in for Toby?
He's got it coming to him in Korea.
Yeah, cool.
Able to farm it very quickly. My goodness, pipe, hammer, Ags. It's a lot to deal with.
Thunder confidently up onto the high ground.
Yeah, they're going on to Leshrac here. He might not get a chance to get off the BKB. He needs to do it now. The song comes through. It's not going to be enough, though. They take down Pure regardless. And Katomi going to follow him to the grave. Sacred gets in and just blows up everybody on the Marcy. And now he's looking for more. Toby on the run. Doesn't have a song. Tries to TP out. Rebound is there. Bye-bye Toby as well. It's going to be 3 kills going the way of Thunder Awakens. And now they look towards the middle tower. Beautifully done.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, look at the damage coming out of this Marcy.
Yeah. Maybe we're being reminded a little bit of why the Marcy was so hotly contested in the LCQ. It's still very hotly contested here. Teams have been trying to let it through a little bit more.
The M factor.
Yeah. So how does the team fight ideally go for Entity? Obviously, they don't get jumped first. These last couple of fights, it's been Pure just getting chain stunned, can't get anything off. He managed to press the BKB at the very last second, but he was very dead at that point. He is just gonna try and go for an E-Blade here, which might help. You know, he's got options, right? He can E-Blade, he can Ags, he can pick up a Shiva's. So there are ways to stop this Marcy somewhat.
And the Zags from the Arc Warden being so annoying as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
as you
hitting that
say,
timing.
you can't get jumped on Entity. As long as they set up for a fight, they'll be absolutely fine. They just need the positioning. That's what's absolutely key. If you're not in rebound range on your Arc Warden and you can just kind of sit in the back lines of the fight, then it's really, really hard for Thunder to fight into that. Like, they have to take the fight in their BKB timings and get at least 2 kills whilst their BKBs are still going. And if they don't manage that, the fight is just going to go horrifically.
Yeah, we haven't really seen the ensnare just yet. I think that's maybe the key piece is if Toby's just able to throw that out, keep somebody locked down, open up a little bit of space. Entity, the team fight for them is definitely kite backwards while just throwing spells constantly. Send illusions at them, keep throwing down spark wraiths. Pure wants to be in the middle of the fight, but he doesn't want to join first. Right? He wants to see the lay of the land, see some BKBs get used, and go from there. They do miss this Radiant Observer Ward that they're all just sitting right on top of currently, which is
it's got a
little scary.
I think that ward value right the way up there. I did work with the analytics team once who were trying to create a ward value metric to kind of automatically pass wards data live based on how much it could see. Fishman, he's gone.
I get spotted by the Thunder God's Wrath. It's just... Well, they saw him on the ward anyway, but check out where everybody else is. See Stormstormer up here. Oh, they missed the Bushwhack.
This is the wrong neighborhood. The Bushwhack does miss, but they're still chasing him. They're not going to give this up. Toby's there. Throws down the Song. There's the Tombstone. They can take that one down inside the Song duration, so that's not going to work out well for Pandamoon. Now, do they back themselves away is the question, or do they keep on moving in? The hammer does land. Sacred jumping in and wants the Leshrac straight off the bat. No BKB available. Pure. He does get it off in the end, but just running for the tree lines here. Now running and trying to turn this one around, but Sacred's on top of him, trying to fight up into this, and he is just going to drop. Sacred taking a step too far forward. Now it's Entity on the chase. What can they find? Pacquiaz, he needs to back himself away. No BKB available. Pure from the sideline. He doesn't have the blink, though. Can't close the gap as Fishman dies in the back. Entity chasing forwards. I'm not sure they're going to find Pacquiaz here. Pacquiaz going for the TP out. Toby will not find him, so it's going to be an escape, at least for the Luna and the Zeus. All it cost them was a buyback on the IA. Really not much at all.
And not getting gone on first, making all the difference in the world for Pure in that situation. You're just able to survive, juke into the trees, pops the Bloodstone a little bit later on, and keeps on living. Not a huge fight necessarily for either team. 2 kills for a death and a buyback. And looking for a little more. I want Dark Mago.
Yes, they are. Zeus in some major trouble here. He's going to get brought down. Panda tries to do his best to help him out, but won't be able to do a thing. Tombstone down again and probably going to get killed off again as Pure. He wants the hero. He wants the big boy. Toby and Pure trying to chase here, but in comes Matthew from the sidelines there with a nice little bushwhack to slow things down, but Katomi's on the case. They close the gap and Pandamoo will fall.
All right, and back to... maybe back to farm stations for a little bit for Entity. Still haven't quite hit this full timing on Stormstormer just yet.
Yeah, he wants his Octarine. Then he'll be a happy bunny when he gets it. Has got the shard queued up, but of course they could just kill the second Roche for it. It will be up in 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Thank you, Nomad, for this update. What else we got going on? We got a Scotty on this Luna. Picaz just trying to get into a Linken's to maybe try and deal with this net. There are some other ways to pop it, so it's not insane value, but the net's the only thing that's going to go through BKB, so it does mean that he can press BKB proactively and not have to worry so much.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm just a bit concerned that this Luna won't be able to get enough done in these fights. Like, I kind of feel like she needs like Swift Blink or something, just jump the backlines, commit to the fight. You can't take these long drawn out engagements.
does feel very similar to the previous game, like Sven with the BKB. Just you're large and in charge while the BKB duration is running, and then as soon as it runs out, you're just going to get kited into oblivion. So
yeah. Or even get Nax and just throw it onto Sacred and let him jump in the back lines. Like
I don't think that's bad.
Oh, immediately getting stunned up here. Pure also going to be able to follow up with the splitter. The A-Blast coming through as well onto Sacred. It is going to glide through him, so won't be healing much from that. But a Katomi just gets blasted. Another move across towards the Nagasara as well. She's singing, but with the Eclipse coming on down, might not be enough. Pure gets on top of him as well. Tries to land the stun, forced off away though. Going to stop it happening. Pure going to get the high ground, but won't be able to get off the damage onto the heroes. Turns across to Pandamu instead. Pandamu going to get burnt down. Tries to top plug Fleshco and fight up into this as they are taking a lot of damage on Pure. Pakaz does find the entry point with the Zeus, but Pakaz has gone. The damage is too much from the Arc Warden from the low ground, just blasting away at them right now with all these Spark Rays, with all of these Gleipnirs coming off onto the side of Thunder. They just can't fight into this right now. Sacred, last hero left alive, and the Spark Rays are just coming through thick and fast. He's dead. There's nothing he can do about this. Gleipnir's just going to delay the inevitable as Sacred does fall.
Snowstorm's TP'd in as well. He's looking for the last one. Gets on top of Dark Mago.
He wants to finish the job, and he's going to be able to do exactly that. Oh, never mind. He's got a BKB on the Zeus.
Still, though.
Oh, no.
Not how you want that one to get forced BKB out. Yeah, exactly. Well, that fight, to me, the saddest thing was that they missed the sharpshooter. So otherwise, the Naga was just 100% dead. But instead, Toby gets to come back in, still be useful, be a pain with the ensnare. And they're just going to walk into Roche.
Yep. Stormstormer in the pit with Toby, taking down the big boy. Thunder not in the neighborhood just yet. Oh, Aegis on Toby, okay.
Yeah.
Stormstormer really just wanted a shot.
Okay. I guess just pure, just don't go in first, right? So hang way back. And we can see on the replay here, the sharpshooter just sailed on by. I think he may have been still in the AoE of the song, so it was another one of those no-look sharpshooters that he had to hopefully land, and it didn't happen. Good burst on the Lash, but as we can see, the game gets very difficult for Pakaz once his BKB runs out.
I don't think I've seen this Arc Warden shard before. The magnetic
the
field pushes
pushback
enemies out of the area when cast.
Yeah, and it like randomly gives magic resistance, which is that plus the pipe on the Naga is actually gonna be pretty darn good against the Zeus. Yeah, wow. It's a lot of magic resist.
Get in the bubble, boys.
Everybody
nice
in.
Healthy area as Zeus actually going to pop the ultimate here as Thunder just scouting in the area. But it's going to be the Undying that gets brought down. The Entity just able to gun down this poor old support.
And they swipe his gem as well, which is not great.
Big deal.
Yeah, feeling like Entity have really just hit their timing. It takes a long time on the Arc Warden, but he farms pretty darn fast. And Thunder, not clear how you deal with this now. There's just going to be a wall of Spark Wraiths that you have to try and get through every single fight.
Yep, and I don't think there's any ambition for Entity to go to the high ground just yet. Like, they're more than happy to just take over the map, do what they did last game, accumulate a massive, massive advantage, and then go for the death push when they're like 100 gold, 1,000 gold ahead.
Do have to respect the high ground potential of the Zeus, of course, so that's making it even more annoying. Gonna delay things a little bit. That's probably what Thunder have to kind of rely on here, for at least until the Aegis runs out. They do have good swing back potential. You know, they win a good fight on their high ground. They do push reasonably fast, and we've seen what Luna can do, but I just don't know that Entity are going to give them that chance with what they're up to.
Top side, Stormer is going to lose his Tempest double at least. That's going to be 300 gold to Pakaz. That was a very juicy creep. Entity looking at mid. Tamago got to be careful as Katomi. I'm really tempted to go and sneak closer here, but can't really close the gap. Can't really get onto the Zeus, who's just being so cautious.
This map control is so annoying from Entity. There's illusions, there's Tempest doubles. Thunder just cannot get their waves out onto the map. Even bottom's just getting chipped right now by illusions. What are they gonna do? Do they even have a smoke? I guess they just feel like they have to sit here. Because kind of leading the way with the Shadow Blade, but
Yeah, it's so
Just gotta
cautious
chill.
from these guys, though. Yeah, they really feel like they can't push out any further than this. Maybe I meant it down mid. Yeah, that'll be that. That's about all he can do. It's a sorry state of affairs for the side of Thunder. But at least they have control over this little plateau here as Stormstormer. He's just running up the high ground with his Tempest double, and the rest of the team following behind it as well. Toby can't quite close the gap and get off the ensnare, but it doesn't even matter. Poor old Pandamu is just going to get killed off.
what's that? You're trying to leave your base?
No.
Get back in there. The Entity are definitely the bullies, just stuffing Thunder Awaken in the locker currently. They do not seem to be able to find a way out.
Yeah, trapped deep in that locker, and the keys have been thrown into the river and are floating down towards Roshan's pit. At least you got Mantas to keep the wave shoved out, Thunder. At least you got that, but they've fallen back into the same place they were at before, and again, you can't do this. Not versus Entity, especially when they're playing this Arc Warden. Once you're in your base, it kind of feels like that's it, so we'll try pushing out, but Sacred just immediately getting AA blasted. They're kind of looking for the Leshrac in the backlines here. Don't forget, he's not the one with the Aegis. It is a Naga Siren, and Calm's a sharp shooter, but it's going to miss. So Toby with the song. Just going to reset off this one. They don't want to fight with the BKB down on Leshrac, and once again, poor old Panamu just getting taken out as these Tempest doubles on the sidelines just doing so much work. The Hex out into Sacred, he's going to die as well. Stormstormer's Arc Warden getting taken out. It might be losing the Illusions don't have enough damage to take down the Tempest. And now Toby looks across towards Pacquiao. Pacquiao's getting hexed up for the time being. Stormstormer's on top of him as well. They have the damage to take down the big carry hero. The Luna is gone. Does have to buy back, but man, cannot do anything inside these fights.
The chain hex. There's 3 hexes, 2 on the Arc Warden, 1 on the Lesh. Absolutely cannot do anything without pressing their BKBs. But like we said, they can't press them early either. Stormstormer's just inside of the base with the Tempest double.
He's trying to kill Pandamu again here. If he gets him again, it's gonna be so sad. It's so sad. Oh god.
It's truly despicable Dota from Entity, but pretty beautiful to watch at the same time. Very, very cool
Pure in
concept.
with the Hex. Sargmago does get off the BKB at the last second here, trying to fight up from the safety of his base, but there's a Spark Race being set up here. Oh no, don't respawn. Oh, Matthew! So much time. Did you just respawn to try and tank some of these for the Zeus? Either way, they will be able to deal with the Tempest double, but oh my god, look at this inside of
That
that base
Tempest
just
double.
being
There's
hammered.
another Tempest double. Hello.
Oh, hey friends, welcome back. Goodbye, Dartmago. Goodbye, Thunder.
Oh no, even the fountain's not safe. The Ice Blast.
Oh yeah, get him. Ice Blast, throw in those Spark Race. Oh yeah, fill up the base. They're trying to fight here, Thunder, but there is really nothing they can do. The Tempest just took a little bit too close to the fountain and gets blasted down because of it, but they can barely heal at the rate in which they're taking down. He's just dead! He's just dead!
Entity aren't even really pushing. Like they only just took the first lane of Rax. They managed to get Pakaz to respawn without too many problems. See what they can do in this upcoming fight.
Yeah, without too many problems. All right, Pakaz trying to find the back lines here. Can't quite do it, though. Fisherman and Katomi so damn low. And now the song, the Meteor Hammer perfectly chained down onto the Luna. She's just come back alive. They might just kill her off again. The Spark Raves just run her down. What can you do against this? It's absolutely ridiculous. Wraiths everywhere.
Radiant's bottom
Well.
tower is under attack.
Good
GG.
God, a GG exclamation mark called by Matthew. Thunder, they will bow out of this series. Entity getting the double Arc Warden victory here. Just looked absolutely impossible to play into at the end.
Yeah, really. Whoever is preparing to play against them later on, it's going to be, oh, they they picked a Brood and an Arc Warden and then another Arc Warden. Really cool performance. Cool to see some more heroes coming out here in the TI-11 groups. And man, that looked painful to play against for Thunder.
All right,